What's good, y'all? Assalamu alaikum. The last live, my mic wasn't even on, and I was just talking for like 8 minutes. And I didn't even realize, so my bad, y'all. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing good. This is a continuance of September Butterfly part 3. Well, part 1 was kind of just technical difficulties. So, part 2 was the main thing, and this is a continuance of part 2, so part 3. Hope everybody is having a nice Wednesday. Hope everybody's doing well. And I'm just gonna get right into it. My little ones are sleeping right now. My baby girl should be waking up any minute now. So if you hear me go get her, just don't mind that. I just went to go get her. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get right into well, let me just start off by saying, like, it's so hard not to, to hold your composure and remain professional, because there's a lot of feelings, like, it's triggering to recount certain things. And, to know that, I share intimate details with somebody who was exploited, who is probably still being exploited. I don't know. I share intimate details with them that I haven't told nobody except just literally like one or two people, and one of them being my husband. And details that that nobody is going to know until the book releases. And for them to go back, even just, it's the character is questionable, because it's like, dang, you was talking about her like a dog to me, and then to see you go back like you didn't just say little things. I don't know what's they're discussing. I don't know if, hey, I talked ish about you, and I told your possible, the person that you don't like, that you made a fake account of them. I basically snitched on you to them, and proved their case more. I hope you forgive me. I don't know if that conversation went on, but just saying that the character is questionable, because it's stepping on everybody in the situation's toes. Like, anyway, I'm gonna get right into, last time I got into the research part. I'm gonna get into the research part again. So start off, let me make sure, okay, it's not on mute, because last time it was on mute. Okay, it's not on mute. So I'll just get into the research part again. I'm gonna start with the sex and mind control thing. Let's see what we got here. Sex and mind control, a powerful combination. When we talk about sex and mind control, there are those who would like to be able to use mind control to get more sex, and those actually using mind control for this purpose. The first group is a reflection of the poor state of our society, when people have to deceive and trick others into having sex with them. Fortunately, most of them are not very successful. The second group is much more dangerous. The people to whom mind control and manipulation comes naturally are often psychopaths, and they are often very good at it. So good, in fact, that even when they are abusing people, these people cannot recognize it or cannot get out of the relationship, because they have become so dependent. So when I try to explain to Sola, one of the first things I ever said to Sola was an article about covert narcissists and how they exploit people because they're incapable of actually loving people. I sent that article to her. That was one of the first things I sent to her. And a lot of the times our conversation would be, you know, I can only relate to you on a certain level because I wasn't in a cult. I was just in a relationship with somebody, you was in a cult. I can't relate to y'all. And I'll be like, okay, but still I'm sending you this article because you were in a relationship with a narcissist, regardless of if the group that you called or family or whatever was a cult. You're still in a relationship with a narcissist and somebody who's going to exploit you and use you. So it makes sense that, the codependent cannot recognize when they're being used, or like the article say, you cannot get out of the relationship. You can leave, but you still there mentally. Like I said yesterday, when you in a relationship with a narcissist, you have to cut off contact, or else you will be back sooner than later. You'll be back. If you keep in contact and you allow them to love bomb you, you allow them to brainwash you again into coming back, then you'll be there. You'll be back sooner or later. So, let's see. The details of sexual mind control. How does the sex and mind control thing work? Psychopaths have been compared to chameleons in that they blend in with the people they are with. They very quickly make friends, pretending to be like the person or people that they are with, having the same interests. Oh, you're spiritual, I'm spiritual. Trying to be free, I'm trying to be free. Being very understanding, etc. You can read more about these details here. Whether this is in groups, such as cults, coincidence, huh? Or in a one-to-one relationship, the results are similar. There is idealization of the psychopath by the victims. The psychopath encourages this adoration, and the victims often consider that the person is a fantastic partner, enlightened. Oh, you're so enlightened. You have so much knowledge of self, and yeah, superhuman, and so on. Psychopaths manipulate people's emotions and recognize that sex and mind control are a powerful combination. If they can convert the relationship into a sexual one, they begin to have much more control because the person has opened themselves up in a much more intimate way. Every person that Onika has ever used or exploited has been sexual with her. From the jump, every time. If she want to use you, she gonna find a way to make it sexual. Unless she just can't, unless she really just can't. But if she is trying to use you and she wants to prolong those resources, she gonna make it sexual because it's more likely that you'll stay because you're having an intimate relationship with somebody. So it's harder to leave. It's a pattern that I have seen and that I testify to. I bear witness to. The first person I seen that she was using or we was using, whatever, it became sexual with her. His name was Todd. This was in Florida. The second person I seen her use was Talib. It became sexual. The third person was Moshan. It became sexual. The fourth person I seen was Sola. It became sexual. The fifth person I seen was the lady she's with now. It's sexual. There's a pattern here. Because like the article says, if they can convert the relationship into a sexual one, they can begin to have much more control because the person has opened themselves up in a much more intimate way. These are patterns of a narcissist person who exploits people. I'm just pointing out the patterns. You can decide for your own self. I'm just pointing out the patterns. That's what I'm here to do. A sexual relationship is also a more committed relationship, and whatever about deciding on the first date that you have made a mistake. It's much more difficult when you are in a sexual relationship that you have made a mistake in your choice of partner. Blinded by emotion. Sex and mind control are a potent mixture used by psychopaths to build strong bonds with their victims, and frequently the victims report that after the honeymoon period, things change. There's research. The psychopath knows that their control of the victim is sufficient, that they can now begin to do whatever they like. Like cheat on you, like cheat on you in an abandoned house with a random drunk person, and you'll come back. They know that they can do that to you. They know you'll come back. They know you'll forgive them. That's why they do it. And you think they feel guilty? No, they don't have remorse. They're not sad that you leave them. They're sad that they can no longer use you because you are supply. Anyway, their real nature begins to show up. Everything like heavy drinking. Yeah. Sola, didn't you say that there was heavy drinking? Extramarital affairs. Oh, Sola, didn't you say that there was extramarital affairs? Emotional abuse. Oh, like, oh, I'm going to kill myself. That's emotional abuse. Like telling somebody like, I'm going to kill myself because this, and this, and this, and that's emotional abuse. I don't know about physical violence. I wasn't there. I'm pretty sure there was no rape. But still the other things are evident. You confessed. The sex becomes for the gratification only or to demonstrate their superiority. Like, oh, I got you right back in my clutches and I can have you sexually just how I want. Like, I'm showing you that I can do that and you're allowing me to. Sex and mind control is also used in many cults to maintain control and manipulate the members. Remember that many cult leaders are psychopaths, and the doctrine and rules are a reflection of them, and they typically have irregularities in their sex lives. This is evident. This has been evident in the Hey Slim Classy. This has been evident in the Nature Boy cult and other cults, of course. Sola claims that she wasn't in the cult, which I can see that. I mean, but like I said earlier, you're still in a relationship with a narcissistic person who's going to exploit you and going to do that by using you sexually and getting that sexual mind control over you. My bad, is trying to see something really quick. Thank you for joining, Slam. I hope you're doing well. Cult leaders realize that controlling people's sexuality can give them a lot of power. Changing their beliefs and values about sex is another way to destroy an individual's limits and boundaries and keep them within the group. Man, what? What? Sex cults. The sexual mind control in these destructive groups is very varied. Some groups advocate chastity, and even if they offer this as a way out of the stress of having to decide about sex, it's just another combination of sex and mind control that is used to manipulate the members. The other extreme in sex cult is the idea of free love, where the members are supposed to have lots of partners, including the leader, of course. And this is evident. The leader has lots of partners now. And when you get sexually assaulted by multiple people, oh, it's because you was open and you had free love. That's what it was. Do you know that this lady son, Onika, her son reached out to her, my ex. She reached out to her and said, I feel bad about what happened to Liz, and I feel bad shaking their hand. This lady said, oh, y'all asked for that. Y'all was in an open relationship. Don't worry about it. I got receipts. I got receipts. I can show you. Hold on, let me see something. Where is it?
Meaning the crimes against me. The charges that I would press would be against those who committed the crimes against me. And only know one of their names, and the other one just completely disappeared off the face of the internet, at least. So if I do get the law involved, I can't really press no charges against her. And one might conspire that it is, sex trafficking, because if you look at it, she poured the alcohol that all got us underage kids drunk, and then, the statutory rape, and then the sexual assault. So, and then afterwards, she didn't go to the law about it. Nobody did nothing about it. That kind of looks like sex trafficking. Although I don't believe that was her intention. I think she was just being irresponsible. Yeah.
She would definitely be caught up in it for, giving the underage minors the alcohol and not following up on the actions that was taking place, just totally disregarding it. But I was just wondering, because it's like it became a joke or something, and I'm like, I thought it was something that everybody took part in, and everybody was responsible for the end of it. But it's just sounding like it just got all out of hand, and people was taken advantage of, and that shouldn't have happened in the midst of a grown adult, so-called grown adult, with your children there, even teenage children, even little child. I remember Kosha telling me the story. Onika never really told me, but Kosha spilled the beans one day. But it was like not taken serious. It's like a laughing matter. She said something about one of the guys got off of her mom and went to you. And I'm like, dang, what kind of situation did y'all get yourself involved in? But I ain't really asked no questions. But recently Ezekiel mentioned it in a text to her, and she don't worry about it. You wanted an open relationship. You wanted polygamy. So that's what it was. She told him not to worry about it, because he was saying he felt bad for shaking hands with the guys that did that.
Ain't that some ish? That is crazy. You admit, like, the boy reach out and say, like, oh, I feel bad for what happened to my ex, and you tell him that it's okay to not worry about it because whatever sick reasons you got in your head. That is beyond sick. Like, that's sick. Just so you don't be held accountable. You rather say that and completely dismiss the story. He telling you he coming and feel it. He telling you he feel bad. He telling you he feels bad about it. And you tell him not to feel bad so you don't have to be held accountable. That is crazy. I just don't understand. I just don't understand how somebody can be that freaking evil. How somebody can be that evil. My bad, y'all. I'm trying to share this. Just give me a second. If you catching the replay. You put on some elevator music. I'm just playing. Sorry. I'm just trying to share this, y'all. Just give me a second. There we go. But yeah, to tell your son, don't worry, don't feel bad. Like I said earlier, it's hard not to hate this lady. It's hard. I don't hate the lady because I have a small amount of compassion. My compassion is for the accountable. My compassion is for people who can take accountability and admit their wrongs. Because to me, that sounds like, to me, that's saying like, I don't want to do it again. But when you refuse to take accountability, to me, that screams, and I'll do it again. That's why I'm going so hard, because you don't seem like you'll take accountability, so it seems like you'll do it again. So how are we supposed to know, like, that you won't? That's why I'm still going hard. I don't care how you feel about it. I don't care if you feel some type of way about me exposing you, lady. I don't care. Continue to do it until you take accountability. That's your ultimatum. Either take accountability or continue to be exposed. That's your ultimatum. I ain't trying to hear nothing else. That's it. That's all. You're going to continue to be exposed. You're going to continue. And I'm just telling the truth. And you say we're lying? Lying how? How we lying, but every time you get a chance, you never speak about it or try to defend yourself. You never bring it up. Because you know you'll be lying. You know you'll be lying. Say I'm lying to my face. Say I'm lying. Say it at me. At me. Say I'm lying at me. Because you know I ain't lying. You know ain't nobody lying. You the only liar. You're literally the only liar. You're literally the only one lying. It's ridiculous. Like, it's really people like this in the world. Like, it's really people like this in the world. And they'll try to paint a picture of you because you're exposing them. Honey, you ain't got nothing to say about me. Nothing I ain't already said about myself, because I know how to take accountability. Nothing. Ain't got nothing to say about me. For real. Nothing. And you never will have anything to say about me. Because I have integrity. You should get you some, because it's ridiculous. And you rate the people you raising. I'm so glad none of your children are in your presence. If there are children in your presence, they need to run. I'm so glad none of your children are in your presence. Because the ones that were in your presence, look who they are. Look at their character. I ain't talking about look where they at. I ain't talking about look what they got on. I ain't talking about look how they look. Look at their character. I don't care how much they claim they know, how enlightened spiritual they claim to be. Look at their character. Look. It's ridiculous. What I'm going to do now is just let me continue this article. Let me allow this article. Let me read this article. Let's see. Make it visible. Boom. Okay. Other groups control such details as who a member dates, who gets married, when and how the members have sex, how much power the men have over their wives, and so on. Sex and mind control often allows the leaders to prostitute the women and men to earn money. Oh my God, like, or be prostitutes themselves. I'm not sure if in my tribe or tribe of Judah or whatever, if Jami, our leader, was the one who told Rose to prostitute herself or if she just did it willingly. But it definitely happened regardless. And what was that? To get control and money over the person we was using. Recruit new members, earn favors with politicians and influential people, and even to blackmail powerful people if it's useful for the leader. Psychopaths have also been compared to reptiles because they are predators without a conscience. They do not care what they do to people. They don't care. You think she cared when she cheated on you, Sola? Do you think she really cared? Do you think she cared about using people money? Like, did she, like these religious people who give her money, do you think she care about them? She care about their money. That's all. Do you think this lady actually care about her followers? She just want them digital hearts. Do you think she actually cared about me or anybody else or her own children for that matter? Do you think this lady actually care? Look at the lady. Look at the lady. Do you think she actually care? They want power, sex, and control. So power, control, and sex and mind control gives them easy access to these things. So they just take them. In fact, sexual submission is often the last step in the identification of the victim. The treating of a person as an object to be used. The results of sex and mind control. The combination of sexual mind control is, it's never good for the victims. Whether it's in a cult or a one-on-one relationship, such as a therapist-client, teacher-student, the imbalance of power means that there is no informed consent, and therefore it constitutes sexual abuse. Any benefits that may have existed at the start of the relationship are contaminated. Sexual relationships between those with power and those in their care are never justified. When undoing mind control, those who have suffered sexual abuse have special considerations. They may have amnesia for the traumatic events. They may initially deny it or do not want to discuss it. Let me show y'all something. Well, never mind, because I don't think I screenshotted that. But when I reached out to Sola, I asked her, did she want to talk about it? Because she was already talking about it on Medea's channel. So I asked her, does she want a professional interview from me? And she denied everything that happened. Like, oh, I wasn't really used. I was just, I don't think, there was a lot of denial. There was a lot of denial that she was used, a lot of denial that she was exploited, a lot of denial that she was possibly with a predator. There was a lot of denial. And in my opinion, that's what it is. In my opinion. And she definitely did not want to, discuss it, things that happen. It is often only after some period of recuperation that they are ready to deal with it. And she let me know, I'm not ready. But I don't know if that was still because she was still in contact with Onika or just because, she truly wasn't ready. And she, it could have been the fact that she was still pondering going back. So, some researchers suggest that people who have suffered sexual mind control may suffer from the following effects, in that they may be acute, delayed, or chronic. Ambivalence, contradictory feelings toward the abuser, rage and thinking they are nice people. So you go from telling it all, telling the world, telling us what happened, to being right back over there. To being right back in the clutches, just like this demon you see on the TV holding that butterfly. Right back being pimped, little butterfly. You're right back being pimped. Getting this picture, I had to put it in. I had to make AI make it, but AI made this picture. But I told AI to make this picture like this, to depict this, because this is exactly what's happening. She got you chained by orgasms. You're addicted to this person. You're addicted to the narcissist. And it's okay. It's not, it's not to shame you. It's not to make you feel guilty or bad. It's to educate you on what's happening to you. And that if you continue down this road, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. Like a year ago when I first seen you, I was like, it's not going to go well. Because I know Onika. Not because I know you. I don't know you like that. Because I know Onika and I know her character. And sure enough, a year later, what happened? You was on my dead page telling it all. And it's going to happen again. It's not going to last. That person is not capable of loving you. That person is not capable of loving you. I'm just telling you like it is. Guilt about betraying or exposing the abuser. Ooh. Let's get into it. Guilt about betraying or exposing the abuser, as well as taking all the blame for the abuse. Emptiness and isolation. They are so dependent that they feel a loss when they're no longer with the abuser. So dependent that you might have to go back. Might have to leave your job. Leave your job to go back to the abuser. Because you feel so empty inside. You feel like you're at a loss. Sexual confusion. I don't know about this, but contradictory feelings, thoughts and feelings and beliefs. Difficulty in trusting others. They got it very wrong once. How will they know in the future? Identity and role reversal. The victim's identity and well-being may be entangled with that of the abuser. As in, this person can identify themselves unless they are with the abuser. They say certain things and their language or rhetoric or whatever that has the person's name, like saying certain things like I. Hey, Medea. Emotional liability. Sudden unexpected emotions which can be intense. And then you're gonna have to catch this replay because it was good. I just got done playing this right here.
The charges that I would press would be against those who committed.
By the way, this is because she asked me would I be pressing charges or anything like that, because she was gonna, contact the IRS and tell her that Onika used her child on her taxes. And so I look at them pictures. Anyway, I told her this.
The charges that I would press would be against those who committed the crimes against me. And only know one of their names, and the other one just completely disappeared off the face of the internet, at least. So if I do get the law involved, I can't really press no charges against her. And one might conspire that it is sex trafficking, because if you look at it, she poured the alcohol that all got us underage kids drunk, and then, the statutory rape, and then the sexual assault. So, and then afterwards, she didn't go to the law about it. Nobody did nothing about it. That kind of looks like sex trafficking. Although I don't believe that was her intention. I think she was just being irresponsible. Yeah.
Um, she would definitely be caught up in it for, yeah, giving the underage minors the alcohol and not following up on the actions that was taking place, just totally disregarding it. But yeah, I was just wondering because it's like it became a joke or something, and I'm like, I thought it was something that everybody took part in, and you know, everybody was responsible for the end of it. But it's just sounding like it just got all out of hand, and people was taken advantage of, and that shouldn't have happened in the midst of a grown adult, so-called grown adult, with your children there, even teenage children, even little child. I remember Kosha telling me the story. Onika never really told me, but Kosha spilled the beans one day. But it was like not taken serious. It's like a laughing matter. She said something about one of the guys got off of her mom and went to you. And I'm like, dang, what kind of situation did y'all get yourself involved in? But I ain't really asked no questions. But recently Ezekiel mentioned it in a text to her, and she like, don't worry about it. You wanted an open relationship. You wanted polygamy. So that's what it was. She told him not to worry about it because he was saying he felt bad for shaking hands with the guys that did that.
Hey. My little one woke up, y'all. But that was just that. What you just heard was her saying that Onika told her son. Her son reached out to her and said, I feel bad about, what happened to Liz. And I feel bad shaking their hand knowing I know what happened. And she told him, oh, don't worry about it. Just say you was in an open relationship and that you wanted polygamy. So you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to feel guilty because that's what it was. Just gaslighted the mess out of him and just told him not to feel bad or to feel some type of way about shaking the hands of my sexual assaulters. Ain't that some sick, messed up stuff? That is sick and that is messed up. And I just can't. I just literally cannot. I literally cannot. But now I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna show certain things that was revealed to me, rather.
Which Onika you talking about? Because Onika, I know she do disregards. She disregard her children all the time.
That's proof. You saying that's proof. That's proof that. Oh shoot, my screen not even visible.
Which Onika you talking about? Because Onika, I know she do disregards. She disregard her children all the time.
There right there is proof that you know that this person disregards her children and disregards children, period. And you still are with them. Character. Questionable character.
But I know what you mean. Of course, she does bully her into caring. She's tried her best to detach, but of course, she won't let her live a peaceful life without bringing something in her face every day. So she has to buy into it. My gosh, this is such a triangle. It's like, oh, it's a lot.
Oh, such a triangle, like triangulation, like what narcissists do between people who they trying to use and exploit. Triangulation.
I wish I could prank I some kind of way and play like Mashawn and I hooked up or something. Man, because I ain't gonna lie, if her and Mashawn hook back up, that is gonna hurt my feelings a little bit. Just because, like, damn, like, I don't know, it would be kind of hurtful. But then again, you know, it is what it is. I can't put nothing past these people at this point. A lot of this is so very delusional because I cut her off. She was crying, begging on her knees, did not want to leave. But I'm like, no, you got to go. I couldn't stand her once I found out that she did it in the abandoned house with the guy, with the drunken guy. I'm like, what? She did confess to it, but I'm like, what? When? Why? How? Like, I had all these questions, and all she could do was blame it on her demons. And I was like, no, you got to go. She was begging. I wish I had recorded this. I don't know why she make me seem like she had boundaries. Girl, bye.
In case you're wondering, these are messages that Ami sent me. I had no idea about what they discussed until Ami sent me these messages right here. And the messages here, it's not to expose or talk about a bully. It's to show the signs and the proof that this is a codependent and a narcissistic relationship, and that someone is being exploited and used, and that they need to get far away for research purposes. Okay, let's see. I'm proud of you. I noticed you don't follow the demon no more. She said, thank you. I definitely cut the tie. I meant to tell you I'll be in the States on Thursday, God willing. Yeah, Kunta reaches to people for his son. They are doing a video call today. For the life of me, I don't understand or understand how someone can claim that they know their self-worth and don't mind sleeping around with every Tom, Dick, Sally, or Harry. Onika's last post that was sent to me. Me too. Peace and love. I just thought about it. Onika baby daddy don't hate her. She just told you that. They may not have the best relationship though. He, the one, came all the way to Florida and got her out of jail. If he hated her, he wouldn't have did that. I just remembered that. That's true. He presented the divorce papers at the time. That's true. He presented the divorce papers at the time to those. So he seized the moment to serve her papers as well. Wow, LOL. He was like, yes, I'm going to bond her out so I can get rid of her for good. LOL. Exactly. Smart move. She cheated on him. Nobody likes to be cheated on unless the respect will go out the door. So maybe he has lack of respect for her. Alan dad is a pimp. I figured it was some reason he didn't have any dad that cared. He was trying to pimp her, but she didn't give him the money, so he been requesting, so he dipped out and never looked back. Shaking my head. Studying, huh? I was just saying that I'm studying Reiki. Yeah, they showed me her page before. You know, she was in Whatnot inbox the other day. I saw it before she changed her password, acting like she didn't like him. I guess once that girl told her he has a big D, she couldn't stop thinking about it. All of a sudden, she hitting him up. And when we broke up that one time for a week, she was already trying to hook up with the Joshua guy that plays the guitar. She cheated on Mashawn with him. She told me. When they went to the Caribbean side before they left for Africa, she was drunk again, of course. She said she almost left the party with a couple to have a threesome, but she remembered later that she went there with Joshua, so she had to leave with him. Wonder what the, I don't know what they said, investigator doing. Sending pictures and stuff like that. Akosha, good girl gone bad. That's her other daughter in the pic, yes. She made that one while tricking. The dad is married. Man. picture again, same timing, lol, wow. You already know, sent another picture, is giving drag queen. I can't. I cannot. Now she said, now Solo said Onika is giving drag queen, bro. Like, come on. And then you go back, like, your character is questionable, very questionable. Yes, because she stole Allah. Yeah, and other reasons. I think she called her family out on live one time. Do you know that Anika left Allah in the basement and got on the plane and went to Puerto Rico? Yes, of course. She told me. Ridiculous. That's crazy. Very. Her mother called the police. Yes, because that was insane of her to do. She fought to get him back but didn't finish the process, so she kidnapped him from the system. Yup, he needs to be up on the latest events and drop his daughter back from the mother, lol. I'ma send him the video of her recording her mother giving a lap dance. Oh, okay. Not sure if he's on here, but his Facebook name is Quasi Smith. Teamwork. They are going to think I sent it anyway because I sent Onika the letter I wrote him. Dark-skinned guy with light-skinned wife hugged up on her in her profile pic. Hakosha knows her man is not loyal. That's why she did everything in her power to get him from around me. Her confidence level isn't high enough so she infuriated a whole scene. Women are like that. They don't like too many people around their man unless they will portray the person as bad. That's basically what she did. And how am I so low vibrational when I helped with their manifestation for a whole year? That's not manifestation, that's just them using you. That's not manifestation, that's just literally you pay for things. That's it. My energy did most of what people saw. When I pulled my energy back is when shit hit the fans. Even Stevie Wonder conceded. It's a shame how they do the ones who was loyal to them, then try to paint us as the bitter ones. She has no dirt. She know she can't box with God. She deleted it because she was talking about herself. Then she changed her mind. Of course, she know I was the best thing that ever happened to her. Who's the someone, lol. If she had anything on me, her and her daughter would have said it by now. And the people does need to know that their donation money of kosher goes to feeding her husband's smoking and drinking habits. I'm surprised she's even faking it with him this long because she despises the fact that he got the jab for the virus that was going around. What? He got the jab, so he's not conscious? I didn't see the video. The video where she's giving a lap dance. She sets no boundaries. That video needs to go to the father of the child, Akosha. No way a mother should behave like that in front of her child. Onika is going through her karma for real. She barely likes the people she's staying with. She talks about them like a dog. And she is homeless now. She was about to go stay with Ezekiel when she left here, but Ezekiel texted her the next day saying his roommate said she couldn't come. I had to forward her the message because I had the phone. What do you mean she is homeless now? Well, she's staying with someone, but it's not by choice. I thought it was going to be a live interview. Boring. It's a recording a day call. It's getting better now. Kinda. They sure did. Her and Joshua, she told me. She talking that S word. Good. She did it with Joshua, and then when we got together, she asked me if she could do it again with him. I was like, no, what kind of shit? She is a whore, for real. It's them sex demons.
Nika, you talking about because Nika, I know.
Oh, I already played that. Okay. Let's see. She says she don't think about nobody or nothing when the demons come out. That part. I definitely believe it. We could have picked a better match. Exactly. She knows she's messed up. She begged and pleaded, got on her knees, kissed my feet and all. I did forgive her, but I couldn't forget. Every day I'd imagine her effing somebody else. It wasn't healthy nor for my mental state, so I ended it. A manipulator. Layers of masks. Narcissist. Yep, all of that. Yep, she's sneaky with it. Like calling the dude she's screwing a drunk the whole time. Like who's at the door? The drunk guy. The drunk guy. But you like that drunk guy. That's why you used to go get drunk too. To meet him and match the energy. I don't even think she knows his name because we called him the drunk guy. Because he came to the house drunk all the time. That's crazy because AIDS is at its high in Africa. Does she not think about that? This isn't America. Exactly. He didn't even look healthy. Shaking my head. That's all of what I have. But this whole thing, this whole live, this whole To Pimp a Butterfly thing was to show everybody that this lady, Onika, is not to be trusted in relationship, friendships, business, nothing. Nothing. You cannot trust this lady. So everybody's supporting her. I mean, do your thing. Is to each his own. But I'm just showing you the character. And I'm pretty sure the people who support her don't know nothing about me. Don't know nothing about what this lady done to other people. What this lady done to her children, other children. They don't know nothing about this. That this lady is a predator. A whole predator, narcissist, covert narcissist seeking for the next nice Instagram video. That's all. Likes. She never got it at home. She never got it from her mother, her father, her family. So she's seeking it through Instagram likes. And that's at the expense of anybody. Anybody. She'll step on anybody's toes. Trust and believe that. So thanks for watching To Pimp a Butterfly. And my book, I'm writing a book on this lady and my experience living with her and her children. So the link is in my Instagram bio. I'm not sure how I can link it, but on here. But my Instagram is establishing.home. That's all. Establishing.home. And if you go on my bio, you can pre-order the Troubled Experience, which releases July 3rd. And on other platforms after that. Thank y'all for tuning in. If you're catching the replay, hit that like, subscribe, whatever. Feed the algorithm. Let other people know about this lady and her daughter. And I'll catch y'all next time.